Illinois would normally be in the full throes of campaign season right now, but lawmakers pushed this year's primary back from March to June. WTTW first reported last week that today would see a new entrant into the campaign for Illinois governor, and today that candidate makes it official. Amanda Vinicki now joins us with more. Amanda, a little later than normal, but today's announcement not really a surprise.
Well, yeah, Paris, we've heard rumors about this new entrant for a while, and I just got to say that everything is a little bit off. That's because the primary date was shifted from till June this year. So the whole traditional schedule is a bit off, and you had some candidates declaring as long as a year ago that they were going to be running for governor. Campaign season really here in earnest now, though, because as of Thursday, candidates were able to collect the petition signatures that they need to officially get on the 2022 ballot. And as of today, there is a new entrant in the top of the ticket race, and that is the race for governor. Running is Aurora Mayor Richard Irvin.
I grew up in Section 8 public housing in Aurora, where I now serve as mayor. Mom had me at 16, a single mother working 2 jobs. Didn't have much of a father, but my granddad, son of Richard Baxter Irvin, taught me to believe in myself, to do the best I could in whatever I did.
Irvin is the great-grandson, you heard him reference there, of an enslaved man, Richard Baxter I, or Richard Irvin I, that is, went on to become serve in Desert Storm, become a prosecutor, and then in 2017, Irvin was elected mayor of Aurora, Illinois' second largest city. As his Martin Luther King Jr. Day campaign announcement points out, if Irvin wins the primary, he would be the first Black nominee for governor in Illinois from either major party. Now, we're playing this virtual campaign announcement instead of a direct quote from Irvin himself because he was not made available to journalists today. His campaign says he will be soon. Now, despite that quiet rollout, Irvin is getting a lot of attention. And this glowing statement from Ken Griffin saying that Irvin's life embodies the American dream points to why. As mayor of Aurora, he has successfully delivered on the issues Illinoisans care most about: strengthening the education system, improving public safety, creating economic opportunities, and governing with integrity, Griffin says. Griffin is Illinois' richest man, and this fall, he came out strong against incumbent Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Since I last spoke in 2013, 25,000 of my fellow Chicagoans have been shot. And it is a disgrace that our governor will not insert himself into the challenge of addressing crime in our city. It is a disgrace.
Griffin's statement about Irvin did not explicitly say that he will fund Irvin's campaign, and he indicated that the two have never met. But this is really telling because he did not express any excitement about the other GOP candidates. Griffin, not the only one opening up his wallet. Governor Pritzker already has done so. 4 years ago, Pritzker, who's heir to the Hyatt fortune, spent $170 million of his own money to win his first elect office. And then he has put more than $130 million into his campaign fund so far this election cycle, including $90 million on Friday. Now, my inbox, Twitter feed, and phone were full of swift reaction to this announcement from Irvin, from unions, from Black legislators who accused Irvin of co-opting MLK Day, and then also the Democratic Governors Association, which put out a video showing Irvin in his mayoral capacity complimenting Pritzker.
It is my honor to bring to the podium a great friend, a great leader who has guided our state with professionalism and compassion throughout this entire pandemic.
Now, it is clear that Irvin is a target for Democrats who appear to be doing what they can to make sure that he never makes it to the general election. Now, several of Irvin's Republican competitors lashing out too. Other Republicans in the race for the state's top job are State Senator Darren Bailey, businessman Gary Rabine, former state senator and ex-Marine Paul Schimpf, and venture capitalist Jesse Sullivan. In a statement, Bailey saying, "We believe the Republican Party's nominee should be a Republican, not someone who has made a career being a pro-abortion, anti-gun Democrat that praises Pritzker and doesn't share our principles. Now, the Illinois Republican Party does not endorse candidates in the primary, but in this statement, the party chair, Don Tracy, proclaimed Irvin as a full-fledged member. He said that Mayor Richard Irvin is a Republican. I welcome any Republican who wants to join our already stellar field of GOP gubernatorial candidates. I urge all Republicans to adopt Ronald Reagan's famous 11th commandment and focus their fire on Governor J.B. Pritzker. Now, all of this attention, Paris, that has been put on the Irvin announcement, I think really does show that he has a tough path ahead, but also that candidates on both sides are taking him very seriously. Back to you.
Absolutely, Amanda. As you did, I got a lot of swift reaction from both sides of the aisle to this announcement. It is very notable that Griffin, the state's richest resident, weighs in with a statement today when he didn't do that with other candidates. And sources close to Griffin have told us that Griffin has not made up his mind yet on who to back in some of these races. But if you talk to Illinois Republicans, and I know you do a lot, Amanda, the belief is that political advisors to Griffin have targeted Irvin for a long time here. And clearly, as you brought up in your statement, past and present from Griffin, no love lost between Griffin and Pritzker.
No, something to keep in mind is that Griffin funded the campaign that defeated the graduated income tax, what Pritzker had called the fair tax. And the notion is that that is going to be something that helps Irvin, that it shows that suburban voters, moderates, are not completely lost to the Democratic Party, even as we have seen what were once Republican mainstay collar counties and towns moving more and more toward the Democratic Party. Republicans believe that if they can get a moderate like Irvin out of the primary, that they'll really be able to compete in a midterm election. Again, looking to the success of how Griffin's money was used in that fair tax. And as you noted, Paris, Griffin not saying that he is going to fund this slate, but it is very clear, by the way, not just Irvin, there are other candidates for statewide office that appear to have the same set of advisors and the same sort of rollout trajectory here, that this is a coordinated campaign. So we've been hearing about this for a long time, months really, now it's official.
Certainly, and a lot of the folks working on this campaign, veterans of the Rauner administration and former Illinois Republican Senator Mark Kirk, who is seen as more of a centrist. All right, Amanda, thanks very much.